We laugh. So back here, Miss Luna.
Hi, everyone. Whoever listens to this, hi.
Hey. Okay. So I actually wanted to start off by showing the post that I came across. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right, here we go. Here's the post. We just want to know where our leaders are. Where are our Black male leaders? Where they at? Where did they go? Hey, somebody's here. Hey, somebody in the chat. I want to put in my mic. But we want to know where are the leaders. We're just gonna go over a post I saw floating around the internet. I don't know. Hopefully, Luna comes back into the room. She was here. She's very entertaining. Let me find. Okay, here we go. Actually, I found it. All right, found my microphone. Hey, Melanie Hazelton. Hey, girl. How's it going? All right. Oh, here she comes. Where did you go, girl?
Girl, my internet was bugging, so I couldn't hear anything, so I had to leave and come back.
I understand. All right, cool. Good stuff.
There's a lag. Hold on. I'm lagging right now. There's a lag. Like you're lagging to me, so it's my problem.
Okay. I mean, you can log off.
There's always technical difficulty when you try to do something productive. I hate it.
It was fine before we started to go live. Anyway,
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for you. Okay. So the question I'd like to explore today is, where are our Black male leaders? I was inspired by the pictures you see in the thumbnail, the Malcolm X picture of him holding the rifle. And honestly, that picture, there's little that is more masculine than that picture. I'm gonna pull it up. Malcolm X. Okay. I'm gonna pull this picture up so y'all can see what I am talking about. All right. So there's very little that's more masculine than this image right here. Right? This is the pretty much epitome of Black male masculinity. And the question is, where did these men go? Where did our Malcolm X's go in our community? Especially during this time, right? The election results will be coming soon. And the election results will be coming in soon. While this image inspired me to make this video and to do this live, another post also inspired the video as well. And that post is right here. This is NBC News, Black leadership from Democrat for Trump in record numbers. So there was a huge shift from Black men voting democratically, voting for the Democrats versus the Republicans. Many more Black men than expected voted for Trump. So the question is, where are our Black leaders that want to advocate for the Black community, who want to protect Black women and Black children? Like, where are they? Luna, are you here? Clark Trent says men have gotten soft. Luna, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's like lagging. But it works.
Okay.
Though, so.
It works. Okay. So we have someone here. Clerk Trent said men have gotten caught. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they have, and it's like at a point where it's like embarrassing to everybody and not productive at all.
I mean, the fact that a record number of Black men ended up voting for Trump this year is beyond embarrassing. Like
I don't know when somebody told them that like being soft was cute, but it's not. As a man, you're not supposed to be soft.
I don't get it.
For real.
I mean, okay, so another thing I wanted to bring up, there was a tweet I found. Hold on.
You said what?
I'm looking for the tweet.
Oh,
I'm gonna show you, y'all. I'm gonna show you this tweet that resonated deeply. Let me find it. Sorry for all the noise. Okay, here we go. It's right here. So there was this tweet here. This girl says Malcolm X would have had my ass up in colored background.
Yeah, that's facts.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, this is the thing I wanted to talk about.
Where's the Malcolm X of our generation?
Where are they? Because I mean, and the thing is, it don't just gotta be one. There were multiple activists in past generations, right? I mean, but just that type of man isn't there anymore. That type of man that has that instinct to protect and provide for his community, for the women and children in his community, is just like, where is it? Like, Luna, you said earlier that a lot of times, I mean, it's just like Black men today, they want to be the women.
No, exactly, and to on top of that, be disrespectful to Black women. Not just be women and then be on top of that be disrespectful too. That's rude. I can't. They just need to they need to gather all Black men and put them in class, in a mandatory class of how to be a Black man.
The thing is, it's just like, but okay, here's the thing. If Black men knew how just attractive, let's just say how attractive Malcolm X was, because he was so masculine, because he wanted to protect and provide for his community, do you think they'd follow suit? Like, do you think they'd be like, oh, okay, like, this is what the ladies like, maybe I should follow suit? It's just like, I
don't know if it's fear that's holding them off, or like if it's just like pure laziness that doesn't, because like nothing has really changed since Malcolm X's time as far as like oppression and everything.
Right.
So I don't know what else changed, like what the catalyst is to them not being able to be who they were back then. Because like if Malcolm X was like a leader, they should have. I don't know what happened between then and now. Basically, like it's just a complete 360 for no reason. I don't know if it's a lack of just doing research, because I mean, I don't blame white people for like stepping up their game as far as oppression goes, because like I don't blame them because they're trying to survive, but I do blame the Black men who let them, and especially in this like information.
It's like they too worried about. I don't know. I just feel like, right, in our day and age, I just feel like Black men, a lot of them are just too worried about buying Lamborghinis, buying Ferraris, buying designer clothes, instead of actually uplifting their community. It's just like everybody seems so individualistic. and nobody is thinking about
That's
families, that whole community.
there's nothing wrong with wanting that kind of stuff, but if you're just doing that to just show off, that's just insecurity, like pure insecurity. So it's like
Right,
they need to do the work themselves and like they need to do the self reflection themselves because nobody else is gonna do it for them. And if
right.
they just
Okay, so
try to,
somebody else is gonna come on. His name is Fighter.
I mean, black women like they've just been being both. Like they've been doing their job and being a black woman at the same time, but nobody's ever there to protect them. Like it's just I don't know, girl.
Right.
I mean, like it really triggers me when I think about it. So I try not to think about it. But it's like, what is wrong with them? How are they that incompetent? Like
I
how?
understand.
And the ones that do actually the ones that do step up and like do work and get money or whatever, they choose the white woman so that they can seem like they made it or something.
Oh yeah,
Like what?
100%. 100%. Um.
Girl, I'm getting
So
um,
Trent. So Clerk Trent says we are here. We are far and few in between.
very few. Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, so who else? Okay, Fighter, you can come on. You asked for the
But
link.
it's like not enough. It's, it's very few, so it's not enough not generalize because like I know we're generalizing, but it's like more than plenty of them that are stupid. So the ones that are like actually competent, they need to teach them.
Right. I just feel like they've been politically.
Huh?
It just seems like they've been politically neutered. Like they were offered luxury goods and all this fancy stuff, and nobody really wants to battle oppression or battle
Yeah,
inequality.
exactly. Nobody wants to be on the front line, but it's like you gotta fight.
Right. Hey, Spider, what's up?
What's going on, y'all? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Right. So let's see what we got here. We got Fighter. We got Luna. Luna, do you want to try
Yeah,
and
say that
come back
again. I
on?
can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything.
No, because my audio is fucked up right now.
Okay. Do you want to try to come off, like get off and come back on?
Yeah, I'll try to come in through my computer. Maybe that'll help.
Give,
Yeah.
give me, give me like a minute, real quick. Give me a minute, real quick. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So if anybody else wants to join the conversation while we wait for Luna and Fighter to come back on, I put the link in the chat. So Lion E says, "Hi, does Luna have a channel too?" So I've been telling Luna to make a channel. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find the link. YouTube Luna. Hold on. I'm gonna send you. Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put the link. I don't know if Luna has any content on this channel. I don't know if she has any videos, but this is her YouTube account. I will try. I will put it in the chat for y'all. And if you'd like to join the conversation, you can click the link right here. Okay, so Luna does have a channel. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, so if you're interested in subscribing, hopefully she'll grow that because she's not really on here making content like that. But I'm going to get her to do that. I'm going to get her to start. This is Luna's channel, so you can click on that and subscribe if you'd like. And also, if you'd like to come on and talk with us, I put the link to join the conversation here as well. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Dr. Scorpion.
yeah,
Hey.
I'm back.
Oh, hey, Fighter. So, what do you think about this conversation? Like, where are our Malcolm X's? Where are our social Carmichaels? Like, where are they? Like, I just pulled up an article that said this year black men in America voted for Trump in record numbers. Like, they voted
Right.
Republican for the first time in record numbers. Like, what's happening?
Now let me say something, right? If we're gonna say, if we're going to say that, there's something wrong with that, or that's coonish or whatever, right? We also have to look at Biden too. We have to look at both sides of the spectrum. Like he's racist too. He said some things that diminish. I honestly, I think he's worse than if I didn't vote, but if I would have went to vote, I would have voted for Trump. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
But what would that do, though? What would that
I,
help
I
with?
don't know. I just feel like, honestly, it really doesn't like, I feel like it kind of doesn't matter, but I would vote. I wish Trump would win. Like, I don't know what it does. I kind of like, I like the reality of things, of if there's gonna be an open race, like people are feel more comfortable to be racist, whatever. I like that. I like the fact that people want to act like that. I love it. I don't.
Luna, what you think?
Girl, what he say?
Yeah, well,
Because I
I
heard
like
that last part, and well, I'm
I
not
like
impressed.
people. No, if motherfuckers gonna be racist, be racist. I like that shit. Like,
Oh yeah, like yeah.
yeah, like let's live in
Don't
reality
be
here.
the sneaky type of racist where they like be nice to your face, like when that smile white people do when they see you, but they don't like you. I
Yeah.
hate that shit. That'd be
Nah,
sneaky.
be racist, mother. Let's keep it real. I'm saying, but this is the thing. Like, I don't operate off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole oh, black. What, I don't operate off of that
That's
because
just
black people
hate.
do me
That's all
dirty.
it is. Just hate.
Black people do me
Haters
dirty.
don't hate. That's
Huh?
it.
Yeah, I treat people as individuals. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not loyal to white people. Hell no. I'm very pro black, but at the end of I feel
But
like, honestly,
this what this conversation is about, though. Like, we want to know. Luna and I were talking about this. We want to know, where are the modern day versions of Malcolm X? Where are the modern day
The
versions of
leaders. Where are
Michael?
the leaders?
Like, where are
that
the black male leaders? They
okay.
gone. We don't have any.
They're not
Okay,
here.
you know why back then we had that, because things were more intense, so it
It's
was a need
intense
for
right
it.
now. It's
Huh?
intense right now. It's just right now it's more intellectual and psychological, but it's still the same. Like it's the same energy. It's
uh,
just
uh
changed.
yeah, but it's like, so this is like very soft, like, you know what I'm saying, like, this is
It's
I,
not
I'm
soft. It's soft to me.
to me it's so it's really
How is it
soft, like,
soft? Just because they're not hanging black men on trees, you saying it's soft? The oppression is still there.
yeah, I mean, I don't this is the
It's
thing,
not.
like, I don't wake up in the morning to be like, I'm oppressed, like, I don't blame
No, shit
the
ain't sweet out here though. We
I
are
mean
oppressed.
I
It's
mean I
not.
mean
It's not gone. Like the oppression hasn't been lifted, and they still
right,
acting on it, and
So
they
I
but
acting.
feel like, okay. So here's the thing. So when it comes to the actual power structures in place, nothing has changed, right?
right.
No,
But on the outside, it's like, okay, so white people and black people can sit together, they can eat together, so it doesn't look as bad.
everybody's pretending though. Everybody
Right.
just pretending, and then everybody just
Right,
ignores the fact that
right.
like
And it's
let
like, we don't
people.
got no real ride or die hard leaders anymore. Like, it seems like most black people in general have been politically neutered, like with luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
For
like,
real,
so
yeah. That's
maybe
the right word,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, I want to go try to get a Lamborghini, or I want to get a Ferrari instead of support my community, or
Right.
focus on building up and elevating the black community. And it's like right here. So Lion E even says in the comments, He says, I saw this one Malcolm X interview when he said that celebrities, comedians are not our leaders. The interview is on YouTube. Right. And the thing is, it's like nowadays black people look at celebrities and comedians and entertainers as leaders, and they're not. Like, they are jesters in the court. You feel me? Like, these are not the people who are the movers and the shakers. They're not the masters of the universe. They don't got no real pull.
Yeah.
It's just like a jester for entertainment. You understand what I'm saying?
They're leaders in entertainment. They're leading in entertainment, but they're not leading. They can't be leaders everywhere else. Like, they only have one job. What do you expect them to do?
And it's not like being an entertainer doesn't create any type of structural power changes, or it doesn't shift power.
They have influence, and I'm not gonna lie, they have influence, but their influence is very like that. Since they're only in entertainment, their influence can only go so far.
Right, it's limited, right?
Now, can I share something?
Sure.
Now if we're speaking on the agenda and we're speaking on the oppression, this is part of the oppression. Uh, you know, breaking the black man down. This is part of it. Like
We're being truthful.
they were successful at. Like, this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to
Do
eliminate.
what?
They wanted to eliminate.
Make black men soft. Then
Yes. This is part. That's part of it. Like, that's literally.
Then y'all got defeated. Period. Y'all got what they wanted y'all to do.
Yeah. This
You
is
just agreeing with me, girl.
all right. Can I say something? I mean, can I speak?
Go ahead, fighter.
All right. This is part, like the whole war against black people. This is part of it. This is literally part of it. Taking the men away. All the real men that we really have, or the guys that have the balls to be leaders, they go into crime. All the real men, the balls, they go into crime. So this is part of it. Like, this is literally part of it. So
yeah, mass incarceration for sure.
Mass incarceration. They killing each other off, and then the few that have a good head on their shoulders, then they want to go off and mess with the pilgrims. They want to mess with the Beckys and Nancys. So
Luca,
I'm gonna keep it real. This is part of the shit. This is part of the shit.
But that's a part of the political neuterism, right? Like, oh, if I just get a Becky, that means I made it and I'm better than these other black people, right? That's how they feel.
Right.
So let me read some of these
this is part of. I felt. All right, go ahead.
Let me read some of these comments real quick, and I'll let y'all take the floor. But I just want to acknowledge the people who've been commenting. Thunder Scorpion says it's what happened with Huey P. Newton. He said when race relations became a little better, his purpose diminished. That's interesting. Actually, weren't 4 or more black males basically lynched last summer? I heard about that. Yes. Remember that black boy in Georgia who was chased down by those 2 white vigilantes and shot? Okay, so we still.
This ain't sweet. It's not sweet out there. Like, it's people acting and pretending like it's sweet out there, but it's not. I feel like it's even worse than it was, because now it's like people just asleep. Like, back then, at least they were like, "Oh shit! Like, we gotta protect our people and our families and our women." But now it's like nobody cares. And now
it's like they think white people it's like now it's like they really believe that like white people see them as equals and like there's no racism, it doesn't exist. Blah, blah, blah.
That's cap. Like, all of that is a lie.
And it's like, if you just look at what happened in the election, like the elections, the race was really, really close. So you have almost 50% of people in this country support like a straight up blatant racist. You understand what I'm saying?
And they're fighting. They're still fighting. So that tells you where we are at. Like,
man, honestly, if man, I hate to say this, but I have. Then again, damn, now he's not even, because then he's Jamaican. So, yo, honestly, I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, the African Americans are fucked. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I'm black, but I'm Carib. I was born
If you're
here.
melanated,
Yeah, yeah.
you're black.
I'm Afro Dominican. Like my
It
people.
doesn't
The,
matter where the fuck you're
the,
from. If you're
okay, yeah,
melanated, you
Oh
literally
wait,
have a
Luna,
yeah,
Luna.
but
Let
I'm
me
trying to.
tell
I
you
have to make a
something.
point though. I have to make a point though. You have to let
So
me.
trust me, Luna. He know he black. Like we don't gotta have that conversation with him.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. No, my thing is my thing, yeah, and especially my family, because we're from the eastern side of San Pedro Macorís, where they'll try to make jokes and say like like people in that region aren't Dominican. They call us cocolos, which is derogatory. They're trying to say, well, not really derogatory, but they're trying to say, oh, you're not really Dominican. You're like one of the other islanders. Like you're from Saint Martin or Virgin Islands or Jamaican. You're not really Dominican. So they'll try to diminish our our native land or where we come from. But my family was very dark or African or whatever you want to call it, right? So there's a difference between um black people outside of African American. Is I'm gonna keep it real, is a difference culturally. It's they they have been mentally penetrated harder. Like if I had to break it down, like they they are fucked up
I agree
on
with you on that.
on a
so
higher
here's the
level.
thing. So here's the thing, fighter. You didn't know, but so what's really interesting about this panel right now is that
Yeah,
I'm a Black American.
but Black Americans are more powerful.
Fighter is Afro Caribbean, and Luna is African. Luna is from Ethiopia.
Okay.
So we got the a very good representation of the African diaspora as a whole, right, on
Right.
this panel.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
it's interesting how what happens in Black America, quote unquote, Black America affects the entire diaspora.
Literally,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, but what
We
happens anywhere in the
Africans,
diaspora, but affects
a
all
lot
of
of
us.
a lot of Africans see Black Americans as their leaders, so they mimic Black Americans.
I mean, but the thing is, a lot of people see Ethiopians as their leaders too, because they're the only African country that hasn't gotten colonized.
I mean, we
And
have pride on that too, but it's like, but you guys are more powerful. Like that might be a fact, but like right now, we're being colonized in other ways. Like we didn't get colonized like physically, but our government is still corrupt. So I
Right.
mean, we're
now,
basically
now,
colonized.
now,
But
like,
it's
can I
like
share? I have to share one thing that's important. And I'm not trying to be divisive, divisive, but um, something that I didn't know until recently. Maybe I found this out maybe a year ago. Because I was my ex girlfriend was Haitian, and one day, we were having these conversations, type of conversations, about melanated people and the shit we go through, and we were speaking, right, and she told me how, oh, yeah, even Haitians or Jamaicans, like when they come to America, the parents tell the kids, oh yeah, don't hang out with him because he's African American, because culturally it's different, like as far as they've been.
there's a mental separation.
Yeah, there's a mental separation. So I feel like, I hate to be fucking negative Nancy and shit, but it sounds like the African Americans are like stuck right now. Like what can they do? You know? And my thing is like, I feel like a way that they could get up out of that is, intermingling with other black people, Africans.
In the diaspora, right?
Right. I
I'm
feel like
all
that.
for that. No, I'm all for that. Like, no,
Yeah.
that would
Yeah,
tremendously help us all. Like, not just
yeah,
Black Americans, it would help the entire diaspora, though, right?
yeah. That's true.
Like,
That's
because
true.
as a whole, I mean, because if you
Yeah,
think about it, as a whole, no matter where you go in the world, the darker you are, the more likely you are to be poor, the more likely you are to be unfairly treated by status quo.
It's it's funny they hate melanin so much, yet everything that they try to do is to get melanin.
Right.
It's like it's fucked up.
Fighter, somebody Thunder Scorpion said, nice, my ex was Haitian. She told me the same thing. They would get jumped when they first came over. So, Thunder Scorpion, would you like to join the conversation? Because you've been on my channel for a while and you've never hopped on. So you can hop on by clicking this link right here that I just put in the chat. Hey,
Yeah,
real
man. Yeah, it's. I mean, like we also have to be real too. The same way different Asians go at it with each other.
Well, me and Fred are both Dominican. You know,
Yeah.
my father is Ethiopian, mom is Dominican. So we.
Ooh, Jonathan. So actually, Luna is Ethiopian and Fighter is Dominican.
Hey,
He's a mix.
Ethiopian gang.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
So Luna
Um,
is Ethiopian. Luna's my good friend.
now
Yeah,
Ethiopian history is pretty much
it's
we,
rich.
we th-
It's
it's very
rich.
rich. Like
Yeah,
we take pride of it. Due to the fact that we are the one. Well,
yeah,
whatever you believe in, like I feel that we haven't been conquered. There's a Eritreans that will say because Eritreans and Ethiopians we're beefing like Bloods and Crips still to this day. So,
yeah.
but when it comes to the notion of what the title says, what happened to our leaders, a lot of our leaders got either capped off or bought off and didn't
Right.
have the
Yeah.
courage to
It's
actually
like
go
yeah.
against the status quo.
Okay. All right. True.
They just
Hey, Ray
created
Williams.
they created like new hurdles for for black people to jump. Like once they killed off Malcolm X, they created new hurdles, and the new hurdles are more like mental and more
Oh
uh
yeah. Oh
intellect.
yeah. 100%. It's a lot more subversive. It's less
Very
in
yeah.
your face, and it's harder to detect. Like the
Yeah,
racism.
and you can't pinpoint it. So like it's very like subconscious. You can't pinpoint it. If you can't catch it, you can't fight it. So a lot of people don't even try to catch it.
Um. Yeah. Someone that you could say was the predecessor of uh Malcolm was Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him.
Yeah, I heard Brother Khalid
Khalid,
Muhammad.
and he
Farrakhan
yeah,
portrayed in him.
right, yeah, and then he left the Nation of Islam because of and he
See, that's where
became
I
more
have issues with a lot of Muslims. When I bring that up, they getting their
right,
feelings hurt.
right. He left because of that speech he did speaking against bluish people, saying that something that rhymes with bluish, right? So he made a speech against those people, and they kind of like ostracized him. And he was like a great leader. He came after Malcolm, so he was kind of like that resurrection of Malcolm. He had that energy in him, and it was more like he was more like had more like a youthful energy, and he was like a little bit more aggressive. And he
He's
he
way
he
more
was a
aggressive.
yeah, he was a healthy man, and he died under mysterious circumstances. So a lot of people think that he was killed off, and he was like one of the last really black leaders that we really had. Farrakhan is really the last one, but they've shushed him. They've quieted him down. He can't even have any platform. He can't be on social
Mhm.
media anymore.
They did. They
So
did. Censor him. Like seriously, censor him. It's because he was talking about what he was saying something about white people. I can't remember, and
right.
it was just
I
it
mean,
was
that's he
too.
probably was saying something true.
Yeah, yes, exactly, Luna. So Thunder Scorpion says yes. We join organizations in attempts to make a difference. That's why you have the NAACP,
Throw
Black
them in the trash.
organizations, Masonry, and the Nation.
Throw them in the trash. Masonry. I can actually see the nation. I actually got a couple good brothers. They do good work. But
I think we owe it to to the previous leaders and to our future generations to stop depending on somebody to show us the way or to
But here's the
lead
thing.
us, lead us,
But
but
here,
we also need to take charge for ourselves too. And a lot of black people need to do that. Like people need to start taking charge.
There's something, right. I always had shady thoughts when it came to the BLM, right. I always thought the movement was kind of funny. Um, and
It doesn't
like
represent us
even
at
even
all.
even the quote Black Lives Matter, it was kind of like very soft to me. Like,
yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah,
like?
yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds soft
yeah,
to me.
yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
It's like they're not even saying. And the thing is, but fighter, like, don't you see that Black Lives Matter isn't saying Black Lives Matter are important, even, right? It's not even saying Black lives are important, Black lives are better, Black lives are more than, it's just, they just matter. Like, that is so
yeah.
small. That is
It's
so soft and so minor, but it makes white people so angry. And they're not
Yeah,
even saying nothing.
I don't.
yeah.
Why
I mean,
would you blame them though?
that's crazy.
They've been
That
the
that
past 500 years. Their whole goal was to oppress and dominate us so they can survive. So why would you blame them for acting this way just because we started?
oh yeah. I know this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. So I can't get mad when a white person think they're better than me because they just they're white. So I'm
They
saying I
lied
can't get
to
mad at them.
themselves. Somebody lied to them, and then they lied to themselves, and they believe in their own
But I
lie.
mean, if you live in America, so here's the thing.
It's a defense mechanism. They have that's what they have
They
to.
have to survive. Exactly.
hold on,
Yeah.
let me find this quote.
Without us, what do they have? Nothing.
So this is now. I always want to say this real quick. I always was shady about it, right? But so I met this girl who was uh black. She was down with about she's very pro black and protesting and doing this and that. Very artsy, earthy girl, and very good looking girl. So then I started like talking to her and whatever, and she invited me to go protest with her, and I said, and I'm like, damn, I don't really fuck with the Black Lives Matter thing, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna just go, you know. So I went with her, and when we were marching, whatever in the street, and then everybody saying, I can't breathe. Everybody, I'm like, I didn't say it because I don't sound right. That's if we're talking about manifestations and you know that's negative. Like you
Like
can't talk
Casting a
like that.
speaking
spell.
your reality into
Yeah.
existence, pretty
Like,
much.
like nigga, like nigga,
They're
I
casting a
can't
spell.
breathe. What the fuck you talking about? Like I got 2 feet, 2 hands. I'm healthy, young, strong. Like I can breathe. Like
But
maybe you
fighter,
can't breathe because you got that dumbass mask on, and
but
it's like
fighter,
80 degrees outside. So 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 and the craziest part was because I guess it was an African kid that got killed right by the police, and his mother was there and everything at the protest. We at the police station, and there's a bunch of people there, right? Every Hispanic, white, black, Muslim, right? He was Muslim. They were black. They're African Muslims. So, um, the best friend, I guess, the person that was kind of like running the show was the guy, the kid that died was the best friend, and she was a white girl. So then, right there, I'm looking at it like, wow,
but
this is a
fighter.
black movement and we have a white girl running it. And I remember it was one point where she got agitated. I guess because it was the heat and the hours we were there, and a bunch of shit happened. People got arrested. It came to the point where
They're
the
using us as
girl
a pawn.
actually was screaming at black people there and saying, "Oh, yeah, if you guys want to leave, you guys can leave now." I was
They're using
like,
us as a pawn, boy. That's why I knew what it was. This is like casting a spell. To be
"Yo,
honest, this is Marxism. When it comes to BLM and everything, it means well, but once I start doing the research on it and start realizing that, wait a minute, it doesn't talk about specific policies and issues. It's pretty much helping out other groups instead of actually getting some work done. That's why I pretty much said, nah, I can't support this. Due to the fact that when you do want to be able to go for specific change of, okay, let's go to the White House, let's be able to talk to both sides and figure out what can we do, both Biden and Trump, and figure out what can we do. to be able to get some real change going. They are totally against that. They just want protests. They want you to
They,
riot. It's crazy. I can't
they won't
defend.
care. They won't care unless they
Honestly,
profit under it. So I just think we need to be the ones to take charge and reset the hierarchy because the hierarchy is messed up right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
And we can't do that if we don't support one another. Like if we don't
Yeah,
take the
who's
role. And the
dividing?
thing is, it's like this is why this is such a big conversation in the black community right now. But the way black men chase non-black women and like desperately try to like marry non-black women,
Idolize them. Yeah,
it's like, okay, that's number one. Like we not gonna get nowhere. And the thing is, it's like actually no, that's number two. Number one is the fact that, like, for example, I know a guy, and then a lot of black men are like this, right? They're just like, oh well, I don't think of myself as a part of a greater community. Like I don't think about improving my community. I don't think about buying black. Like I remember telling a black guy because he wanted so bad to buy a Ferrari, and I'm like, you want to buy a $300,000 car, and your house not even $300,000. Like why? And then it's like, well, why don't you try to like support this black business? Why don't you try to like buy? Why don't you buy from here? He didn't want to do it. So it's like this individualistic mindset and perspective is like effing us over. And it's usually from the black men. And then it's like the black men chasing non-black women.
right.
Well,
That's
the part that hurt us is the like that being like I'm individualist, but I still work in a group of black men and women that we can be able to sit down and actually come to a common ground. Because I believe you need to build the individual up in order to come to a group. You can't have a whole group of just nobodies trying to be able to figure it out and think they can roll out a plan. But what you just said about him, he's a dumbass. $300,000 car, but no house where
And
you
it's
can
like
get
you
that.
don't even have like his house is like maybe 200,000. And it's like you don't even have no investment properties. Like, why don't you buy up? Why don't you buy? This is in Baltimore, so I'm like, why don't you buy back the block, and then the residual income you get from people from your tenants will help you buy a Ferrari. Like he wasn't trying to listen. And the thing is,
My dollar home.
and then
my thing is like, I'm not trying to sound like no pick me or nothing like that, but
He said a pig.
yeah, pick me not but like because I'm not trying to sound like, oh yeah, look, ladies, like black women are God, and like, yeah, I think y'all are God, but I believe in accountability, and I feel like if we stand, like we step it the fuck up, then the women are just gonna follow naturally, like.
Naturally.
and that's what women, and that's the thing, like that's what women want to do, but we can't respect men who do not first and foremost protect and provide for the women and children. Like if you don't do that, we can't respect you. And I just feel like a lot of black men nowadays, they want to be women. Like they want to be the ones to stay home. They want
Pampered.
to be the ones, right? They want to be the ones to be chased. They want to be the ones, to get special treatment. And it's like, no, you play your role. Like you got all that testosterone for a reason. Like go protect and provide.
Well,
Play
right.
that's
your
because a
role.
lot of
Like, play your role. We'll play our role. Like
well, that,
Right.
that that's because they don't even have the direction from a strong man that's willing to be able to conquer. Because when you're talking about that, you're talking about somebody that has the ability to strategize. If you're dealing with somebody that's on some shit where I need a Lambo, how the hell? Like, if I would have
exactly,
had $300,000, I
exactly.
would have took my black ass to Baltimore, got some dollar homes, and fixed, flipped, and be able to rent them motherfuckers out. And what I would do is I would pay some people's tuition
Right. And the
as
thing
my
is,
service.
this
Yes,
is the
sir.
thing,
Yes, ma'am.
right? This the thing, right? I tried, yo. I swear I tried. This guy, he was like, "Oh yeah, will you be my girlfriend? I'm trying to date you." But it's like you don't got no plan. Like I'm like, "What is your plan?" And he talking about buying a Ferrari, and it's like, nigga, you don't want to. You what? You want to spend $300,000 to make some white man rich
That's
to
education.
go buy to
That's
go buy an
education.
Italian car and go make some white person rich, but you don't want to buy. You in Baltimore, like why don't you buy up all these real properties? Like houses in Baltimore are nothing. Like you can buy a house for like 15,000. or
You
less.
you can get dollar homes because I was looking at dollar homes in Baltimore. I was looking at dollar homes in Baltimore and Maryland. I was pretty much up and down trying to figure out what's the dollar homes. Talking to real estate agents, they gave me a couple blueprints of that area. Like I'm gonna do something in Vegas next month, and what my plan is, without fully exposing it, is be able to fix and flip, get some investors, and the investors is white, but they wanted to help the black community. So I told them that if we can be able to chip in, fix and flip, rent them out $1,200 a month, and be able to use some of the money for tuition, also invest in other businesses, business grants. I made a strategy where we can be able to help people out and take advantage of the tax laws that helps us write it off. So we can be able to make sure, people actually gets help because $300,000 on a Lambo, you get the Lambo for 300, but you drive it off the lot, it's gonna be 120.
And it don't make no sense to do that, especially if you don't
It's
have any
appreciated.
assets. Like
Mhm.
if you like you need assets. Like okay, if for example, if this young man, he wasn't even that young, he was like in his 40s, but it's like if you had a bunch of assets, like a bunch of rental property, and then you want to buy a Lamborghini, or then you want to buy a Ferrari, okay, that makes sense. But to not have assets and to buy that is it's that look, this is why black people get laughed at when it comes to money. Like this is why
It's very
white people look at
uncomfortable.
us and be like, look, they don't know what to do with money. They do the
Yeah,
dumbest
listen,
shit with money.
I went to the
Education.
DM. Huh?
There needs to be education,
Economics,
Definitely,
economics,
definitely.
specific economics.
and there's Google right now.
Damn.
They people can literally teach themselves everything.
Okay, so Luna, can you help me with something?
Yeah,
Okay, so we got some people here. So here we go. So we got Keisha Stats. Okay, she's talking about a woman's role is not just to sit around and get special privileges. Luna, let's talk about all the value women add. First of
a
all,
woman's presence. What Keisha needs to understand and know is a woman's presence itself is the what a woman offers and her value, and
and
her
that
purpose has always
inspires.
been given to her.
I
So
mean,
she
a woman's
needs
presence
to know
alone
that.
inspires like a man to do better. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I
Especially when
know,
they're actually
like
watching you.
It's for a woman, every man works.
right. And the thing is, it's like think about it. Think about it, Keisha. We encouraging you to think about this. Men who like attractive women. Now we know attractive women ain't just gonna go with anybody. Okay, attractive women like comfort. They like nice things. They like to have a high quality of life.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now, when you have a woman that requires that, and this man wants her, that man is going to step up his game to provide that for that woman so he can keep that woman. If it had not been for that woman and what she wants, if she didn't want that comfort, if she didn't want that high quality of living, that man would probably still be living in a paper box,
yeah.
a cardboard
In
box.
return, she multiplies all his investments and even gives him the gift of leaving a legacy and his DNA being.
But see, that's the thing. Like, and that's the thing. Like, people don't understand that men are immortalized through their children. Like you said, Luna, like men will leave a legacy via a child. And a man cannot have a legacy. A man cannot immortalize himself if a woman doesn't offer that. You understand? So that in and of itself is enough for a man
Yeah,
to do the job of protecting and providing. And if he's not
exactly.
doing that, and if he's not doing
And,
that, he doesn't deserve to have a legacy. He
yeah,
doesn't deserve to be immortalized because he can't maintain those offspring. I mean, if you can't maintain your family, if you can't hold down the women and the children, then you don't deserve women and children.
a woman's the care, so she needs to be cared for.
But a lot of dudes don't even strive to be able to level up as a man. That's why I said you got to build up the individual if you want to come to the group. That's why I said that.
Yeah, that's a good quote, Jonathan. You should probably
Well,
try
I
to
said in my
like,
live stream a couple of days ago, and there's dudes that had a problem with it because they figured, well, she need to work with me. I said, dog, if you need a woman to work with you, man, you need to take your black ass to the drawing board and figure out what you need to do to make sure you can make sure yourself is qualified. Because if you don't qualify yourself, man, with women.
right.
Women make more money than you. She gonna be the big pants. She gonna be deboing you around the house. She gonna be giving you tasks to do. You pretty much gonna sit there because if you don't get it done,
Right.
your black ass gonna be out on the street.
And
Like,
he gonna feel emasculated and then go try to run off to some girl that's gonna make him feel masculine who need his advice and help.
well, he's gonna use her money to be able to trick off of, to the
Right.
other girl.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can
So
I get it? Can I
Keisha,
get a debit card? Can I get
right.
a debit?
So Luna, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, girl.
Luna, help me. So Keisha Spat says men ran and built this entire country without women even working in the workplace. Girl, where the men come from
First
though?
of all, where did the men come from that built the country? And second of
Where
all,
did they come from? Did they come out of a man's ass?
yeah,
Or a woman's portal? Where did they come from though?
that's first. Let's start there.
But look,
Keisha ain't a woman.
this is a pick me
Keisha
for real.
dude. Keisha
So,
dude.
I don't understand. Is she
This
female?
is two talking points. This is two talking points.
Luna, this is called a pick me.
Right. You can't blame a pick me from being a pick
So, and then she talking about, Luna, Keisha is talking about, then what is the use of having the law of gender equality? We as women are contradictive. So here's the thing. There is a universal law of gender.
Right.
So here's the thing. So Luna, we're into this kind of like spiritual stuff, but if you, Keisha Spats, I encourage you to look up the universal law of gender. Okay, you have feminine in every single relationship, regardless of what they have between their legs. There is the masculine energy provider and the feminine energy provider.
Right.
Correct.
Feminine,
Correct.
feminine, and even in gay relationships, you have the femme woman and then you
The
have
stud.
the butch woman.
Yeah.
So
The
it's like you have. So here's the thing. And it doesn't matter what your gender is, it's that energy. Are you masculine or are you feminine? Are you a receiver? Are you trying to receive or are you trying to catch?
Right.
Okay.
That's true. That's true.
So feminine energy is the receptive energy. For example, when you give a woman a house, she turns it into what? A home.
A home.
When you give a woman food, she turns it into what?
A dinner. A plate.
Meal. A meal.
You can't see me, but I'm nodding my head right now. Go ahead.
So it's like it balances out. Like no community can work in unison. No partnership can work in unison without these balancing energy. There has to be feminine and masculine. Y'all both. What you want to like men on the panel? Would you want a masculine woman?
Hell nah. Because we're gonna be fighting all the time. Because I'm gonna have a hardline stance. I have a brutal stance. Even my pops say I have a brutal stance. So if we both have brutal stances, then we pretty much got two dicks running around here.
And it's like you're not even attracted to that. So Keisha Spats, like I can only imagine what type of relationships you would have. You would probably be with a feminine man that's not protecting or providing, and you the one probably bossing him around. Ain't nobody trying to have it.
And nobody.
Keisha's trying to say atheist. I am a Jewish conservative. Like Maya know my political views and my religious views. She know that I am a Jewish conservative, so she's trying to say I'm an atheist. That's bullshit. We just talking about the aspects of men actually stepping up to the plate. Like if dudes want the special 10, he got to be a 10 too. He can't be a 3 running around for 10s. He need to take his ass to training camp and build himself up before he go out there and try to date or prioritize himself to date.
Now my thing is me, I don't want to provide for a woman because that's what she requires or that's what she wants, that's what they're asking for. I want to provide for a woman because naturally that's what a man wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
And like, naturally, that's what a woman wants. Like all women want that, unless they're Keisha Spats and a pick me.
Yeah.
But the only reason in the way that the woman will show their gratitude, it will be by the things that they do. You know, the gender roles
and creating a vibe. Like women are walking vibrations, literally. Like they have the ability to create a feeling, sit on it, and then whoever is around them or whoever is in contact with them can feel that energy, and that's priceless. So if you protect and give a woman money and protect her protect her and give her safety and give her love, then she's gonna create a vibe that you're gonna want to be around. So it's like, and that's priceless.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man. I was with, with a woman I used to be with. I could be going through some bullshit, right? I could be going through anything, but when I was around her, like she just lit the room up. So I'm like,
She made you feel
Exactly.
I'm
good.
good,
That's
because
a powerful woman who knows herself and
yeah,
has gotten through. Like, that's a powerful woman. That's what
And
women
that's
do.
the thing, but this the thing, like men. So, like, if you want to really want to know what someone is operating off of, right? Like, are you operating off of your feminine or your masculine energy, right? You got to ask a person: would you rather be loved and cherished, or would you rather be respected? Usually, masculine energy providers want to be respected before
Respect.
being loved and cherished, right? So let me tell you, and whether men notice or not, whether they are conscious of this or not, they want to be respected. Okay. And they're not going to feel like men if they're not respected. Here's the thing, straight
hmm
up, a woman cannot respect a man who doesn't provide and protect for her. Like, we can't, we're like not programmed to respect a man who doesn't do that. So if you don't do that, you're never going to feel like a man with that woman. And like, without you knowing it, you're not
Yeah,
going to be
because
fulfilled in
what
that
good are you?
relationship.
right. That's true.
I
So
mean,
it's
a
just,
woman not
Hey,
pushing nowadays can go get whatever she wants. So if you
if
can't,
you, and the thing.
Keisha is a dude. I swear to God, this is dude talking points. Like I'm a dude, and I can be able to analyze this. She says that men don't even want to get married these days because of unfair divorce laws. I agree on that, but dudes have the actually the ability to create prenups in order to protect themselves. And she said men used to want to be the heads of the household until we as women got the court to take it. Wait, no, it's not the women's fault. It's the people that create the policy. We got to blame the
right?
policy because dudes want to blame women. But
Yeah,
Maya, she wasn't in Congress passing
But here's
laws.
the thing, like, I don't even see those laws as unfair in a lot of ways, because if you think about what a woman gives up in order to be married to a man, right? Like, she's giving up her youth and beauty, and in a lot of patriarchal societies, youth and beauty is a woman's most powerful currency. You understand?
hmm
So if you waste that on a man who, like, dogged you out, abused you, cheated on you, now you got to get divorced, like, yes, you should take half, because that man took half of your currency, which was all that time, all that youth and beauty you gave up with him, when you could have been with another man who would have done the job the right way. So a lot of times, like, this whole taking half thing, it's not even unfair, because honestly, like, I've been able to do a lot, not with money, but with my youth. You understand? With my beauty, with the fact that I am feminine. Like, a lot of people will just, like, today I went to the store and got some free stuff. Like, somebody was just
yeah.
here, just take it. Like,
Women are literally
that's a
money.
currency. It's a currency.
It's
So when
money.
you, it really is, beauty and youth is like money to men. So it's like, if you give all of your youth and beauty to a man who just dog you out at the end, yes, you should take half.
Prenups do work. The thing that makes prenups don't work is where a dude is trying to say if me and Maya was married and I try to go to the kitchen table and say sign this. That's not legally binding. Me and Maya would have to go to a court where she has her lawyer, where she appoints her lawyer. I have my lawyer, that I appoint my lawyer. We break it down stating that, okay, you get the house, I keep my cars, and I keep my investment properties. I slide some cash over, but all my other businesses involving partnerships and things involving me having business ties, that's where I get to keep. So prenups do work. Like in California, I can see where it doesn't work, but Nevada, Florida, Texas, Georgia, prenups work. Hell, Donald Trump had 4 failed marriages and managed to walk away and still kept his bread. So prenups do work. Prenups do work, and you're married to a Christian man. We'll salute to you if you're a real woman. I don't necessarily believe that because that's dude talking points. I swear to God. Like, that's dude talking points. Like, huh? Like, Keisha, come on. Prenups do work. The thing that make prenups don't work is where a dude is pretty much trying to go to the kitchen table and say sign this and not giving her a clear explanation of what is she signing. Because if I did that, then it's fraud on my part due to the fact that I mislead her and didn't give her a clear example of what's the paper about.
Look at Dr. Dre's situation.
Well, Dr. Dre, his white woman, his mannish looking white woman,
Well, she's
she got a
she's
strong
white.
ass skin.
She's not mixed.
I don't think she's mixed. I think she's either Arab, Italian,
Uh huh.
that aspect. But
Yeah.
she said that. Well, that's true. If you are rich, yes, yes,
Here's
but
the thing.
not necessarily rich. But I have been married before, and I did have the aspect where I had a lawyer. She had a lawyer. Now, if I gave her my lawyer, then that's fraud due to the fact that I'm misleading. That's legal law. But yeah, Dr. Dre's wife stole $400,000 out the bank accounts.
That's crazy.
Okay, so Keisha is definitely a troll. I don't know how she got on this channel.
I realized something.
What?
There's some men that want to be women, and there's women who want to be men too.
That's
and
true.
she's one of them.
She want to be a man.
She
She's definitely identifying with men more. It's just like, I mean, here's the thing.
want to be the man that want to be women.
It's like here's my question to people like Keisha, right? Like, so she is like the best example of a pick me anybody could display. And the thing is, it's like we live in a patriarchal society where if a woman goes out and works, she has to be subjected to sexual harassment at the workplace, the wage gap. She's probably not going to be respected as much in her career. So it's like women have to face all these disadvantages to actually.
Not to mention all the attacks that everybody else is gonna give her on her vibration and on her mentality. So she has to fight that against just to keep herself happy.
All right, not to be fair. To be fair.
Finish.
All right, now I just want to say this real quick.
Fighter landing home. When
I was working my previous job, these women, man, I used to go upstairs. Sometimes they used to deal with the office and paperwork and phone calls. Those women were crazy. The things they would say, like they were very like flirty and like shit. I felt violated sometimes.
That has
like,
nothing to do with what she was saying.
So here's the thing, Fighter. The thing is, I understand Fighter. He's a young black male, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would find him as attractive. So I get it, but most men, trust me, most men are not attractive. Sweetness, like it's if you really go out and look at men as a whole, man, they're not attractive.
We can do that, man, basically,
and that's fine. Like a lot of people, like for example, like if I think about who I really would be serious about having a relationship with, like I wouldn't go for an attractive guy. Like I would probably go for like a normal looking guy, average looking guy.
Meet him ugly.
I would go for that.
What did you say? You said medium ugly?
Yeah.
Medium ugly. Yeah, medium ugly. Because Maya, she want a dude where when they both come in the room, they say, "Oh man, he got that fine ass girl." She don't want it where a dude just come busting in the room and everyone be like, "Damn, who that nigga?" It's not that. There's a lot of women that don't want attractive dudes due to the fact that they get outshined.
But it's like there's no value. I don't get any value out of a man being attractive. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like it doesn't benefit me in any way for my man to be attractive.
Well, all women's different. That's all. All women's different. I've seen some dudes that women find attractive, but this dude can't keep a consistent job. He's too busy driving her car.
Right, and unfortunately, that's what happens with a lot of attractive men. But that's not my point. My point is, like, Fighter, to your comment, like most men are not going to have that experience, but most women are going to be sexually harassed. Most women are going to get paid less than their male counterparts when they have the same position and do the same job. Most women are going to have to face a lot more disrespect because people just expect men to be out working, right? So it's like if a woman has to go through all of that and then she gets this one advantage when it comes to like in relationships and in marriages, especially when they end, especially during a divorce, like, don't you think that's fair? Don't you think it equals out because a woman has to go through all of this outside of a relationship? We haven't even talked about outside of the workplace, like how women are assaulted a lot more than men, how they're violated a lot more than men. Like
Like
if
I don't
you
agree with them.
if you live in a patriarchal, misogynistic, sexist world, like I mean, women are kidnapped and trafficked every second. Like,
Yeah,
so
because
what if a
women.
woman divorces a man and she gets half? Like, come on, like it's in the grand scheme of things, like
Well,
it's
I ain't
When
willing to pay half.
when
I'm fair, Maya.
when
You know me. I am fair, but I ain't trying to pay half. If I work my ass off, I ain't trying to pay half. I'm trying to have it where we can negotiate. You get the house, I get to keep the cars. I give you some cash, but I ain't trying to do half. And Maya, you know I'm a reasonable person. I'm more reasonable than most dudes. A lot of dudes would just give you zero and give you dick and bubble gum and just pretty much go on his merry
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie though. Like
they're
giving
doing
up.
a disservice if they're doing that. They're doing a disservice to them, their women, their community, to everybody.
But giving up half, and then let's say now you're single, right? You're a single guy. You just gave up half of your everything you had,
He got to
and
restart.
now then you see her on Facebook, and she got a husband
Nah,
within
she
two
on the
Not
months.
gram.
even
She
president.
on the gram.
Because
She's
women, yo, listen, because women, oh my god, yo, you don't talk to a woman for a few months, man. Next thing you know, she got a new home, joint bank account, baby on the
what do
way,
you expect from her then?
huh?
women can't waste time like men though.
Yo, but
Like I
I'm
said,
like,
like we on a biological clock for real, for real. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
cause
you're right,
I
you're
could be
correct, you're
creating
correct.
babies at 70.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can create
Yeah,
babies at 70.
Yeah, I
I
remember
can literally. Yeah.
David Letterman was like 67 years old, and he had like a 2 year old. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
with dudes, we can like with Donald Trump. He was 65 when he had his youngest son, Barron. Like women can't be 65 and just give out babies.
right, right,
Women's clock is usually what 35, 40, 45 at latest.
right,
And Janet Jackson, she had her kid at what 50 with the
right,
rich billionaire Saudi dude.
right. So she probably had her eggs frozen way before, right?
Eggs
So
frozen. See,
right.
rich people can do that.
and she looked like
So
she was in shape.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to address this comment right here by the pick me troll. So she says most men desire a wife, not a business partner. Most men want a marriage, not a corporation couple. I get what you're saying, Keisha. But if you
Corporation.
really think about marriage and the history of marriage, for thousands of years that marriage has existed, it has never been about love. Marriage is a business contract. Point blank.
It
Period.
is
Marriage is an establishment that was created in order to merge kingdoms, in order to merge wealth, in order to build
politics.
political
Bill and Hillary
alliances.
Clinton. Bill and Hillary
Exactly.
Clinton. Because, dude, if you look at the latest interview Bill and Hillary Clinton had, Bill looked miserable out of his mind. But he know if Hillary divorced him, he will be out of so much money. So he just trying to be able to figure out what's the happy medium. It's political. They come out there. They be able to sign bills, sign laws. President, uh, first lady. Bill and Hillary Clinton is literally the prime example of what really marriage is. It's a business.
I
Because
mean,
if you go for love, man, like love is I think love is temporary. You fall out of somebody
but I
because you
just
see the
think
same person every day, man. You're not gonna have the same butterflies like you did with the
right.
first time you
And
met.
that I think what you're talking about really is like infatuation, right? Like love though. Love is something that
Love is
you
strong.
grows over time.
Love
Like
is
people
strong.
can learn to love one another. And like marriage, like you said, like Jonathan, marriage is a
It's strictly business.
it's business. It's a tool. It's a strategic tool. Like it's a part of a strategy to create or maintain power. Point blank. Period. That is it. That is it. Like it's not for this goo goo gaga twin flame soulmate stuff. Like that's why that's why kings and queens had mistresses back in the day. If they wanted twin flames and soulmates, they just went along and had their little mistress.
That's why the
So they
mistress
would
is always
marry.
gonna be. Finish your thought. Finish your thought, Maya.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Like that's why mistress is always going to be in business. Because if
Yep.
I'm married for 15 years to somebody that I knew uh, from college, we was going together, but we both do real estate where she calculated the numbers, I create the capital, we finance the properties, we fix and flip, refinance, repay the loan, sell the property off, make a profit. That's all business. But if I want somebody, some fine thing and everything, I'm gonna go get that mistress and
that you connect with.
that I actually connect with. And
And that,
pretty
a lot of
really, I don't want it in the
mistresses, but here's
marriage.
the thing, a lot of mistresses are not free. You
No,
understand? Like,
I
they
know that.
know, here's
I
the
know that.
thing. So here's the thing.
They
So
know their role. They know their role.
Keisha's saying, but the reason why men are not getting married because they feel it's a bad business contract for them, right? Because you know why? Because they really don't understand the value of a woman. Like we said before. I'm sorry. Like we said before, Keisha. Guess what? The only way a man can create a legacy and immortalize himself is through a woman. He can't do that by himself.
I swear to God, this
So,
is a
and
dude. But
feeling
Keisha, when
nobody
she
has
get tired of her
feelings for that
husband, she
woman.
gonna divorce him and take half
Nobody
too.
would feel emotions with that woman. Nobody would exist with that woman. Nobody would know what to do with that woman. Women
Right.
are everything.
It's like, thank you, Luna. But here's the thing. I just want to say two more things, right? There's no amount of money you can put on creating a legacy. You can't pay for that. Like, so the very least a man can do, like, is to provide for his woman. Like, if she is immortalizing you, if she is creating a legacy for you, the very least you can do is provide for her. Like, that shouldn't even, like,
it shouldn't, yeah, exactly.
It shouldn't be anything.
No.
So you're talking about a bad business deal. Guess what? These men, without women, without taking care of a woman, can't do what they're genetically programmed to do, and that is to pass on their seed and replicate themselves. They cannot replicate themselves if you don't take care of a woman.
Now let me. Can I say something? Every time this probably happened about. This has happened to me 3 times already, and 3 different occasions.
Damn.
Three? No. 3 different occasions where it's brought up where I said out loud, I can't be with a woman who already has a child. Like I can't take nothing serious. We're not gonna be nothing serious. Like, I can't build with a woman that already had a baby already. And those women were butthurt. They were butthurt. Oh, you can't say that. What if she was probably the greatest woman in your life that you could potentially, like, no. They were butthurt. So am I wrong for that? For saying
You're not wrong.
right?
wrong.
That I don't want to build with a woman.
I mean, it's messy. Like, I honestly, unless that man is very, very rich, I wouldn't date a man that had children. Like, either. Like, I wouldn't take it serious. I personally wouldn't
Just
take a man serious.
Because his priorities is kids.
Yeah, exactly. And he already had what's my purpose? Unless you, like, unless you a sugar daddy, unless you paying for stuff because you want my company, okay, whatever. But, like, we're not gonna be together because you already have your legacy. You understand? Yeah. So it is funny. Thunder Scorpion. This is funny. He said some people don't need to stop passing on their genes, and it's true. This is very true. And the thing is, Keisha Spat says in the modern men don't care about so-called legacy. Yeah, you know what? Keisha Spats, just like Thunder Scorpion said, some people really shouldn't pass on their genes. Yeah. Because they're bad genes. Like, if you a broke Dusty and can't play your role as a man and can't protect and provide, trust me, it's best if you don't have children. Because if you do have children, you won't be able to take care of them. You won't be able to aid in their survival. These children will probably be towards the state. So it's best if a broke Dusty man doesn't have kids. Okay,
exactly.
Well, he's the prime candidate of him building himself up. Those are literally the dudes that I say that needs to build himself up as an individual before he goes in a group. Because relationships, marriage, anything that in that realm is group economics. Because you are a two-person party.
Y'all, so Keisha Spaz said, I was in that situation. I had a child, and it was hard for me to find a man to take me serious.
Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of dudes have that criteria, like, complex that, like, if I want to be able to have a woman, I want to be able to where she has no kids. And if I do have a kid with her, it's like a fresh experience. Mm-hmm. It's literally where we have that experience where we both get to see the child and we're both pretty much, in that awe. We then created life for the first time. We really have that experience where our genes literally created a new life that look at us.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to see Jamal coming every weekend and come pick up the little rascal. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I don't
yeah,
want to see
yeah.
that.
I'm here to
I don't
pick
want
up
to
my
see him do that
son. Yeah, I'm
because
here
every time
here
I
to pick
see
up my
him,
son.
every time I see him, all I'm gonna remember is yo, he used to fuck the shit out of my wife. Like let me say, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah. No, I
I,
mean that's understandable. No, for sure that's understandable. No one is saying you're wrong for wanting that fighter. Like I personally wouldn't prefer a man that has children myself. However, what I really want to touch on here is like Keisha acknowledges that as a woman, her market value in the dating world went down when she had kids.
It
yep.
did.
So, this is why I tell women stop having these men's children if they do not commit to you and commit to taking care of you. It's dumb because a lot of
Yeah,
men will not want to take that place and take care of you and provide for you
yeah,
if you already have children. Stop having these men's babies because they don't deserve to have a legacy. They don't deserve to be
right.
immortalized. If they not taking care of you, the vessel.
You basically like gave your flesh to somebody that's not even like
It's
wanting.
like you risking your life. Do you not know? Especially black women in America die 5 times at a 5 times higher rate than white women while giving birth.
Yeah,
Like as a black woman, when you have a man's baby, you literally risking your life, and you gonna risk your life for someone who don't even want to provide for you. That's some dumbass shit. I'm sorry,
I
that's
think
that
dumb.
there's something in the food that
That's
that
dumb.
allows that. I think there's
That's
something
the
in the
dumbest thing
food.
a woman can do. I'm sorry, that's the dumbest thing a woman can do is to have a
yeah,
man's baby and he not providing for her.
I think
right.
there's something in the food that allows that to happen because our genes is strong. We black, goddamn it.
What women,
We strong and
women,
resilient. I think there's something in the food that have women to have
Well,
maternity.
you do understand that in the Americas they used to breed black people, right? Like
Oh
animals.
yeah, oh yeah.
So
The
like
slavery. We already know about the aspects of slavery, and they get a big, strong black man and a big, tall, buffy white a black woman, and pretty much just say we're gonna make the strongest human, the strongest black human, in order to be able to pick that
so you're
cotton,
saying
move and
all this
live.
stuff about why black people are so strong, like it has a history like white people literally used to breed black people like
Yeah.
animals. So I mean,
I mean, if we go before that, I mean, even before the slavery thing, I mean, naturally, black people are just
We just that
genetically
shit.
stronger.
We the
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, like
Exactly. We the
we
shit.
gotta be.
Goddamn
Let's
it.
not,
We
let's
number
not let
one,
people
We
forget
baby.
are
that.
we're on the top of the hierarchy. Like we're the top, but we're treated like we're on the bottom.
Even even white supremacists will agree to that. Will attest to that.
Yeah, that's the whole. That's why they dedicate their whole life to sacrificing other bodies just to prove to themselves or just to traumatize us so that we don't think that they know that we know that we're the shit.
Hmm.
Now this is now let me explain. Now, like now that I'm a little, I'm a little older, a little wiser, I realize why women. I mean, I'm pretty sure women are freaks just like us, and they have a great sex appetite, whatever. But I feel like the reason why
That's that
We
women,
all
wow.
need sex. We all
the reason why
all
women are
survive.
aren't so easy of giving up their bodies like that, like men are, is because of like what you guys were just saying. The risk that comes with it. They can
there's a
actually get
lot of risk, like,
they actually get pregnant. You could get pregnant behind
and
this.
you
Like
can die.
you can
You
Yeah,
can
so
die from childbirth and you can die from pregnancy complications. This is the thing. Like and you're right. No, you're absolutely right. And this is why, I mean, you say, oh, I'm pretty sure women have a high sexual appetite. Trust me, I don't have a high sexual appetite unless I'm fully provided for. Like that shit, I
right.
can't even really, I cannot get turned on
But you
because
condition yourself like that.
We don't
subconsciously,
care about sex. We do not.
subconsciously, like, especially if you truly understand the risks that women take to have heterosexual sex, like, subconsciously, I'm like, yo, like, I can't even get turned on.
oh
I can't get turned on.
oh wow, this is wait, hold on. So that's why so many women are lesbians or bisexual.
I mean,
Uh,
I just
Is
can't
that
get
why?
turned on. Like, because if you have relations with a man and he gets you pregnant and he not able to take care of you, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna risk my life to get pregnant to have a baby, and then I'm gonna risk, living in poverty and
And
having a
for
low quality
that,
life. Like that's why the best way to turn a woman on is to take care of her and show her that you're a provider. Because, I mean, women take on the lion's share of risk when it comes to heterosexual relationships.
I can agree with Maya because when I be able to send a couple dollars a chick's way and be
She
able
can
to
get turned on.
she get turned on
She can get
like
turned on.
I've never had a failed rate of women pretty much saying, "Oh, this nigga giving me 4,500 and everything. I ain't taking it." They taking it. We be able to chill, kick out. We go to Six Flags pre-COVID. We go to Six Flags. We go
Because
to Roof Chris. We go to Steak 48. We be able to take a trip to Cabo. We take specific trips, and I have nothing but the best relationships. But pre high school, when I'm trying to date, pre not pre high school, pre college, trying to do it, it's pretty much on some struggle love. She have to deal with me, and I have to deal with her attitude to the fact that how she react towards me pre money. That's why I focus on the dollar bill, 'cause I know dollar bills is always going to make sure that I'm always in the high horse,
it's
regardless.
like, I mean, in the back of her mind, in her subconscious mind, she like, oh my gosh, I can depend on this guy just because, like, if I'm gonna risk, getting pregnant by this man, I'm not gonna be left high and dry with a baby and die of poverty. That's pretty much what's happening in her subconscious mind. That's
And
why.
even if I did had a child roaming out there, and she came in with me, the child, and I figure out this is my son, this is my daughter, I'm still going to be able to make sure that it's taken care of. Because I know a lot of dudes and clients as well. Specifically, this one client, he's not extremely rich, but he ain't poor. He around the six-figure level, and he got this chick pregnant, and he was pretty much just asking me on what do I do. I said, dude, you need to be able to figure out how you can work it out with the girl in order to be able to make sure you see your kids. Like, I ain't with the aspect of you pumping, dumping, impregnating, and you just leave, dip out like ain't shit happen. I just told them that you need to be able to make sure that she's taken care of. Because if you're taking care of the kid, it's taken care of off a trickle down effect. Like, I'm not like with me personally, when I provide for a chick, I'd be able to have a sit down conversation to figure out how can we be able to negotiate and figure out what is her comfort level. And if I know that what I say is not her comfort level, I need to go on. Like, I strap up every time because I don't want to have a child right now. I'm 24, about to be 25. Uh, Manager position, a couple LLCs created. I don't want to have that aspect where I created a child and she can't be able to take care of it due to the fact that I'm lacking as a man and can't be able to just come in, swoop in, and make sure everything's taken care of. Like, I don't
That's
like
good that you
dude.
recognize that.
Because
I said it's good that you recognize that.
I know I'm a dude. Like, like I know that I ain't perfect. I'm crazy, but I'm always gonna be money hungry. So I'm always gonna figure out how to be able to get to the money and be able to take care of whoever I'm with. No matter if I'm talking to somebody randomly, somebody I have a committed relationship, or because I don't defend dudes that just impregnate chicks and pretty much just leave them high and dry. I actually challenge them and question them, like, man, what is your purpose? Just creating, because I know a dude that has seven chicks right now, and he impregnated three of them.
Damn.
And the fucked up part about it is he's just a U-Haul worker, not a manager, not an administrative supervisor. He's just a regular worker, and he told me these chicks is wrong. And I said, nah, man, I can't defend your act. I'm actually mad at you and the chicks. For one, the chicks not studying hypergamy to actually level position themselves where they get dudes that are in that quality caliber. And I'm mad at you for actually doing some old reckless ass shit non-strapped. This is gonna be swinging and banging. Because a lot of
Can,
dudes be swinging and banging and don't give a fuck.
all right. Can I ask something to the two women on here and to the women in the audience? Because the way I look at it, I'm extremely picky when it comes to dating. That's why
Gotta be picky.
I've I've only had like a one like real adult relationship. Um. Now, when I'm looking for a partner, I look for a woman that's before I came along, she's ambitious. Before I came along, she's already um
Established.
established, or she's educated, smart, good looking, all this stuff, right? Knows how to
She a
cook,
10. She a
clean,
10.
right? Right,
She a
a
10.
10, right? So now, do women, now this is what I want to ask the two women that are on the panel. When you guys are looking for a man, do you tell yourself, "Oh, okay, I want a man that could provide. I want a man that is secure about himself. He's loyal. He can teach me things. He's intelligent, and he's good looking." Like, are you women this picky also? Like, are you picky about that too, or do you just say, or do you just tell yourself, as long as he can just provide, that's good enough, and he's treat me good and he can provide, I'm good enough with that. Like, is that enough?
Well, first of all, I don't look for men.
Okay,
I
all right. I'm sorry.
I
You know
entertain
what? All right,
the ones
sorry.
that
I,
look
I
for
don't
me.
look for women either, but I'm just saying, like, for you to make it happen, like, because you
There
have to
has
take
to
it.
be some type of value added to my life for me to entertain a man. Because if I take up my time and energy to entertain someone, what will be the purpose? Like, I know men don't approach women for no reason. Men approach women with an agenda, and usually the agenda is to obtain sex and access sex. And I'm
Right.
not gonna
Well,
I'm not gonna allow a man to take up my time, and I know what he's trying to get from me and not get anything. So it just depends on what value. So I require men to provide for me. Like, if you're not doing that, then there's nothing to talk about. Like, I if you're not making my, I'll just say it like this: if a man has to make my life easier. That's my only requirement. Like, I don't really care about how he looks. Yes, like, I do care about kindness and intelligence, but first and foremost, like, you have to make my life easier because I can do bad all by myself. Point blank.
Okay,
Period.
okay.
Well,
So aside of the only requirement is basically he could provide for you. So as long as he got that, he got a great chance.
Well, that's the first step. Like, you can't get nowhere if
Okay.
you not if you don't.
Right. Correct. Correct.
That's
Correct.
foundational.
Correct. Okay. So as long as he treats you good and he could provide,
provide.
he in there.
Like, why would I, like, if I had everything I needed, if a man provided everything that I needed and provided a safe environment for me to do what I needed to do,
Right.
like, why would I go anywhere?
No. I feel like that. I feel like there should be
Because
more.
come on, complex. If you had a daughter,
No. I
man,
feel,
you
I
would
feel like there
want
should be
your
more.
daughter.
No.
If,
I,
if
no. I feel
boils
like women should be pickier.
uh
I feel like
people
women should
not
be pickier.
respecting.
And women are pickier, but that's just level one, fighter. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's just level one. Like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's just to entertain a man. Now, if we talk
Okay.
about long term, it would just depend on how compatible two people are, right? It would depend on how well they get along. It would depend on what they got to talk about, right?
Okay.
I
Okay.
think
well,
get
well,
very- things get lost in translation because nowadays we're living in a time where like sexual energy is seen as something demonic and it's out of its element, and a lot of people are disrespectful of sex even though it's very occult and like very sacred. So it's like men and women stopped respecting each other because it's so perverted now.
well, for one
Well,
thing, that
I
I'd rather have my daughter have the metric where if I had a daughter and pretty much tell her that if a man ain't providing you, you need to get the fuck up out of there. Because
Right.
Because he ain't
I
doing
know
his
dudes.
job. He ain't
'Cause
doing his single job. That's the only thing men gotta do. The only thing a man gotta do is protect and provide. And y'all, and a lot of men can't even do that. Like, do you understand? Like, back in the day, men used to go off to wars and risk death just to get access to women, just to talk to a woman so he could be like, "You want to marry me?" Like, now it's like women just saying,
Yo,
"Look,
that
women."
kind of sounds pathetic though. Like,
It's it
Well,
really
I'm
well,
not gonna
is.
well,
lie.
Like,
complex. I think Maya's trying to say that dudes go for the power because dudes with power get the women non grata. It pretty
right,
much is like a trickle down effect. Because really, what
Right.
Maya said
Right.
about dudes going to war, dudes either doing the escapades of nation building or
right,
conquering, they do it
building.
for the women.
Right.
They
And
do
the
it for
thing
the
is,
women.
the women and the men that do that, they got a bunch of women. They got a lot of
I'm
women.
telling you, man. Like, what you
And the women don't care. The women like, okay, I'll be one of 5 as long as I'm taken care of because I'm safe. I'm safe.
That's
I'm safe.
ill. That's ill. Now
because
now
it's funny.
now
Yeah.
now Maya, would you be okay with being like 1 or 3?
If I had everything I wanted, why not? That means less work for me. They can do whatever they need.
Oh, okay,
Remember, I
okay.
used to live in Muslim countries for 6 years. Like I'm very
Well,
familiar with the concept of 4 wives.
Wow. Okay,
well,
okay, okay.
I've
What
been to
about you,
Jordan
Luna?
once. I've been to Jordan once.
Ooh, you been to
Luna.
Jordan?
I've been to Jordan once.
I
I
used
had
to
a
live in
couple
Jordan
home.
and Egypt and Oman. Like I've lived
I've been to
literally
Egypt,
spent two and
Oman.
a half
I've been doing.
years in Egypt, 2 years, and spent 2.5 years in Egypt, 2.5 years in Jordan, in a summer in Oman. And it's just like if it, like those men, like I'm telling you, Arab men. Honestly, when I think about it, I'm like, damn, I should have like really entertained one of those Arab men for real because it's like they know their job, like they know they understand, like they got everything, and it was
That's
like
that Saudi oil money. That's that
it was
Saudi
like
oil
my
money.
first experience of a guy's like, no, what are you like? I would try to pay for something. I remember I met this random guy on the street, and we were like looking for housing, right? He was like half German, half Egyptian, and I go to a kiosk and I'm about to pay for water, and I'm like, I don't know this, I don't expect this random dude to pay for me. Like I don't know him, I just met him, right? And we like running around the city looking for housing, and I go up to pay for my water, and the guy at the kiosk was like, you in Egypt now, like the men pay. You will have a man. It's like women don't pay for nothing if they're in a man's presence. Like it don't matter if you know the woman. It don't matter. Like that's how they look at women. They look at women
That's how
as
it's
truly the prize. Like you can't be in a woman's presence and not add value. And I was like, damn, like
Can I ask a
what? Like,
question though?
in Black America, it's the exact opposite. Like the men want to be like that, right? Like the men, it's like the men are like, no, you pay for me, and it's like.
Maya, let Complex talk, though. Let Complex finish his thought.
One,
'Cause
one,
I know
one,
what Complex about to say. Let him
yeah.
land home.
If the woman is the prize, why does he have five of them? You know what I'm saying?
You got
If
five prizes.
she
You
got
get more
five
prizes, duh.
five prizes,
Like, dude, you go for the game and you get more prizes. You ain't gonna stop getting the prizes. Like with
yo,
me,
that's ill. No,
I have two chicks that I'm talking
that's
right
a
now.
ill. That's
I'm
ill though.
talking to two more chicks, and I got two chicks right now. They're the
Yeah.
prizes. You know,
So he could be like, okay, Tiffany is like giving me a headache tonight. She's on a period. Let me go to Stephanie.
let me go to Stephanie. Tiffany
Yo,
Stephanie. You see,
that's
like Drake say,
no,
Tiffany Stephanie. Like Drake say, Tiffany Stephanie. You know.
yeah, like I mean, this is real. Like I'm pretty sure things like this happen a lot. You know, I'm pretty sure out of all those women, one of them is a favorite and one of them is the least favorite. I'm pretty sure, right?
Exactly. Like you got your certain
But here's the
aspects of
thing. Here's
women.
the
Like
thing. But here's the thing, fighter. You know why they're the prize? Because they're getting their whole life funded, and they're getting protection and provision. That man is. They're not. All they're getting is companionship, and if they have children by that man, they're getting immortalized, and they're creating a legacy.
and he can
Okay.
fight. 'Cause I know a lot of chicks that go for dudes that can fight. You know, y'all go, y'all go in the public arena and shit, and he know how to box and shit. That's actually a value for a lot of women. You cannot lie, Maya. A lot of women they try to go for the
I
lion
mean, I'll
type
just tell you
energy
one thing. I tell
over
you one
the
thing.
provider.
But not if he's broke.
I tell you one thing. I recently went on a date with a guy, right? And he came off like when I met him, I was like, wait, what? Like, I was like, he just gave me gay vibes, you know. Like, I was like, wait,
Shit.
why are you talking to me
Damn.
gay, right? And the thing is, it's like we go to this club. We go to this club. It's like a Jamaican club, and I'm like, yo, I'm over here in this little dress, like. I don't feel safe with you. Like I just didn't feel safe with him. Like I was okay.
That
Like if somebody stepped to me, you not gonna do nothing. So you're right. Like I mean, women do want to feel safe in that way, and if a man can't provide that, they just
Yeah,
gonna be.
because the dude got to be able to step in and be like, "What you doing? This my girl. What you talking for?" And if he can't be able to intimidate him, where he be able to walk off like a small cub and not a lion, because if it's lion to
Or
lion, it's
run,
not.
or to be the type to run away, right? Like you're not gonna feel.
Yo, that would be crazy. Yo, imagine. Can you imagine that? Like you on a
I'm telling
date
you,
and the guy just runs off on you.
he just say, "Oh, I'm gone. I'm gone." Maya, call me though. That's funny. That's
Ain't
funny.
no
He do the hand signal. Call me.
real
do the hand signal. Like when it comes to me, that's why I work on the aspects of capturing transactions, getting money, and also be on my physique where I'm on a treadmill every single day, lifting weights. So I have that presence where, dude, look at me. If you see a swole bound, because I'm 6 feet, if you see a swole bound 6 foot dude, he ain't gonna be doing that. If you see a 5'2" nerdlinger with his glasses on, trying to figure out, oh, where is that? Where? Maya, help me,
No,
Maya.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. This particular guy didn't come off as like that per se, but it was out. Let me try to mimic some of his gestures. So he would be like, "Oh, how are you?" Like he would talk like that, and I'm like,
He did the hand signal. He did that hand,
I'm like,
huh?
what is this? Like, I'm like,
That
yo,
left hand.
if we gonna go out, like we can't go to places like this. Like you understand?
Girlfriend and girlfriend.
I'm
That
like,
girlfriend and
we
girlfriend.
can't. No, it's just that the club was. It was like
You in a Jamaican club. Them
DC,
Jamaican niggas,
like
Caribbean
huge
niggas.
guys, like just like huge guys everywhere. I'm like, listen, look, if something happened, you ain't gonna do nothing. So we can't go to places like this. If
He
you
don't got no armed security.
we have to go to places where nothing gonna break out.
Well, that's on the dude's fault. That's on the dude's fault. Like, if I'm a nerd, a weak nerdlinger, five
We have
two
to go to
or five
expensive
five,
places.
we need to go to an expensive place. I
We
need to
have to
go
go
to
to
an
expensive.
expensive place. I need to go where it's white folks in that area. 'Cause if I'm in a Jamaican club and I ain't got no armed
And
security,
that's the
where
thing,
I
like
got
this
a
guy.
big ass nigga, 4 big ass niggas on some Floyd Mayweather shit protecting us, like we are a shield. Then yes, we
And
was
this is
fucked
the
because
thing,
he
like the
relying on
dude.
me,
So
and I
this
ain't
is
got
the
no
thing,
pistol.
right? So this is the thing. So I have to give the guy credit in that although he was like feminine acting in his nature, it's like he could hold his own financially, right? So there was no reason for us to be at that club, right? So it's like then okay, so like he's like, oh yeah, let's go out again, and then like the place that he wants to go out the next time, it's like a 5 star. I'm like, okay, this is where we need to go because you can pay to be here. A lot of people can't pay to be here, so it's like pick your. So when we talk about protection and provisions, like women for a long time had wanted a guy that could physically protect them because a lot of danger came from the physical world, right? But today, a lot of danger doesn't come from someone coming up to you and snatching your woman. A lot of times, danger comes from getting evicted or not having enough food. So
Right.
having money is a form of protection. So like if the guy can't hold his own physically, he could compensate financially for that. You understand?
And
So
then
like that same guy.
It's called leverage.
cuts out, and when he needs somebody to listen to him after a long day of work, then he'll have somebody there.
Right.
But imagine both people having to work all day, and then the woman not doing her job. Like
Right.
that's
Like if a woman gotta work all day, how you expect her to cook, clean, take care of a baby and have sex?
exactly
Like why you want that woman to be a nanny, a maid, a cook, a chef, a cleaner? Like
Well, that's a 50-50 situation. If
it is like it's not 50-50 though, because the woman is doing most of the work. The
there's
woman is
no
well,
being a
80
nanny.
15,
Or,
80
like
15, the
it's
50% that he
like
do provide is dick. The 50% equals
it's like
dick.
you want that
It's
woman to
equals
go out and work up under another man for 8 hours a day, then come home and be your prostitute, be your nanny, and be your chef and be your maid. She gotta have all them jobs. No, you need to provide.
yeah,
exactly.
lick dick and balls. Cause a lot of dudes be wanting the chick to lick dick and balls and get the money.
Really, Jonathan, really?
Other
Give me the
position.
money. Give me the money. That's funny. A lot of dudes be on that situation.
But
They
no,
trying to
okay,
get
look, guys, I want to ask Keisha a question, okay? I really and Luna, please help me, okay?
Okay.
So here's the
This
thing,
is Keith.
and
This
I
ain't Keisha. Her,
I
her,
didn't
her
even
name is
address this.
Keith. This is a dude. This is not a woman.
I didn't even address this, but she says here, did y'all know that me as a woman can have a baby by another man while being married and still get half of my husband's financials? And then she said right here,
No,
which
no fault.
he said right here, who makes the man's life easier in this modern feminist gender equality time? Here's the point. A man is a man. Trust me when I tell you, real men don't want easy. Okay?
Yeah.
So I can just tell Keisha don't understand women, she don't understand women. Women like comfort. Men like challenges. Men like conquering because it makes them feel masculine.
Tupac said it, man. Tupac said, "I don't want it if it's that easy." Even Tupac said it. Tupac rapped it. before he died and said, "I don't want it just that easy."
And it's like, this is how you know Keisha is like
This
a
is
great
Keith.
example
I'm
of
gonna
a
I'm gonna address Keisha Spats. Is Keith Spats? This is Keith. This
Also,
ain't Keisha. This is Keith. This is a dude.
It's
Ain't no
like
way.
let these men. It's like you want these men to be like women. They're not. Men are not women. Men don't want easy stuff. Men don't feel fulfilled when they got life easy. Like
yeah,
men
and
thrive off of challenges. Men become better off of challenges. Men
right.
shouldn't
That's true.
challenge.
And if
So
That's
it's
true.
you
like,
if
so
men
we
take
shouldn't be
part,
worried about.
just treat them
We
like
shouldn't be worried about making no man's life easier when they don't become men when it's easy.
And
That's
Keisha
true.
trying to attack me. Now Keisha got to attack me. Now I got to address Keisha. For one thing, I lift weights just after presence. I do have a gun. I'm in states where it's open carry or concealed carry, where I have that thing and do the click clack. Like, you're trying to attack me. I do the lift the weights to have the presence. Because off the gate, other dudes, this is a lion. When it comes to men interacting with other men, it's a lion type situation. The big lion always beats the little cub. I have
yeah,
the
that's
weight
how
just to
nature.
be able to have the presence, so dudes know that they can't be able to just run up on
There's
me.
a
I
reason
have
for
a gun as well. Like I got some redneck ass Trump supporter white boys that teach me how to shoot guns, AR-15s, pistols, so I know how to deal with the click clack. Like Keisha,
it.
you are Keith.
Yeah.
You are a dude.
Keisha,
Keith.
I feel like I don't know.
This
Keisha
is
is
Keith.
the biggest pick me in the world. Like she talking about men want fairness. Here's the thing. Keisha has to be like like you said, Jonathan. She has to be like an undercover dude or something because it's like
You don't make sense.
listen, like it don't make no sense because
Yeah, she going too
we
hard.
live in
She's
a
like going too hard.
patriarchal world where men have all the advantage. What are you talking about? The only
Right.
area where
Those
men
things
don't
are
have the
better.
advantage is in romantic relationships. So it's like it don't make no sense to talk about fairness when they got everything handed to them in a patriarchal, sexist, misogynist world. That don't make no sense. It's beyond fair. They have the advantage, literally. That's dumb. That's just she a man.
Because
She gotta be
at the end of the day, like me personally, me and Maya had several
I
panels where we respectfully disagree. But when it comes to the aspects of men providing, I do agree. That's something that the more important topic to agree on.
I
'Cause I
mean,
don't believe in just leaving a woman high and dry with a kid. Because
it's
for one
like
thing, I care about legacy. Hell, me and Complex is both Caribbeans, Caribbean lineage, and Caribbean lineage is about family. I'm about
right. That's
family. I
good.
don't want to leave my kids high and dry at
Right.
all.
but the thing is, I guess the point I'm really trying to make is people want to talk all this fairness, 50-50 stuff, but there's nothing 50-50 about both a man and a woman providing because a
Right.
woman offers so much more than that. A woman like anybody can go
Yeah.
out and get a job. Anybody can go out and get a job and provide. Anybody.
Right.
But not everybody can birth someone's child, create a
Mhm.
legacy, immortalize them, and nurture that child into a
It's true.
functional human being.
It's
Not
true. It's
everybody
true.
can do that. So they're women and men and women are not equal. They are equally valuable, but the
No,
roles that
no,
they play are very different.
no.
And
They're
they're
equal.
very
Not,
different.
let me
The
tell you,
man
put
is
it like
supposed
this.
to be
No,
the
they
head
are equal.
honcho.
They are equal. They're just not the same.
Exactly. Like they are equally valuable, but their
But
roles
not
are very, very different.
on the scale. We're on the scale. We're equal, but we're just two different items.
Somebody said Keisha's really cute. I'm
I'm
dead.
telling you, this is Keith. Like I'm gonna hit you with the jokes. You try to question my manhood. You was Keith, nigga. I'm sorry, Maya. I know you got a platform, but that pissed me
And
off.
it's like, and all this talk about, all this talk about, men who talk about how they want their women to go out and work too. It's just like, really, you want your woman to go out and work up under another man for 8 hours a day, and then you want to know why
Yeah.
she's cheating on you? Then you want to know why she's cheating on you because she up under some other man 8 hours
Damn,
a day.
Yeah.
damn.
And it's like, here's the thing though, this whole thing about women working, trust me, it's just like why would what it's like if a woman there are plenty of career women who make a lot more than men. It's like, well, why because the way it's all set up, men get paid more for the same jobs that women do.
Right.
Men don't have to face nearly as much sexual harassment in the workplace.
And then disrespect,
and get hired at higher rates because they like having men in the workplace. So
right?
the way patriarchy is set up, it's easier for men to actually go out and get resources. So why do you want a woman to do that for you? Like you
Yeah.
must be a feminine man if you want a woman to go out and work for you.
Well, when it comes to that aspect, if you have a dude employer, the dude employer will hire the dude. Just the fact that we in the era that we're in,
A
the
woman's
current
job
motherfucker that's in the White House, they pretty much had
like
that
she
dog
can't work
whistle where they
externally.
pretty much
That's a
say
man's job.
hire men to avoid the Me Too era. We have Pence rules where dudes literally got their wife, their
If a
girlfriend, the internet.
woman's vibe
They
is
want to hire all
bad,
dudes.
if she doesn't work on herself internally, then it's just gonna mess up everything that's external. And then everything that's external the man has to work at. So that the man just gets mad at the external, but the external is being caused by the woman. So if the man took care of his woman and made sure that she's happy all the time, he would also have a good time as well.
True,
And
true.
and he would get what all men want, and all men want a woman that respects him and lets him lead and be the head. Like a woman can't let a man lead and be the head if he's not doing
Yeah, because she's the space. She creates the space and he creates the uh
he provides the space and she
brings
creates.
ideas to life, and she creates the space for the ideas to manifest in.
Well, remind you, Keith is raised in the hood with five brothers. So, when it comes to the hood, you ain't dealing with hypergamy. You dealing with pretty much dick, dick and gang banging, dick and gang banging.
Gangbang,
So, so that's the value. That's pretty much the
gang,
metric
gang.
value standard. That's pretty much the value metric when it comes to that. Like,
But here's
come on,
it's
man.
like I can tell like this has to be a man because Keisha's talking about it's sexist. Listen, why aren't you talking about patriarchal? Why aren't you talking about this sexist institution and system? There, men have a whole system that makes life easier for them, and
Yeah,
you still trying to defend men. Why?
right.
They
Because
got
really,
patriarchy and misogyny and sexism working in their favor. Why? Why?
because really, man, like as long as the dude is on course and understand what he needs to figure out, it is rigged for him. A lot of
It's
the
like
times
look
when
at
dudes fall short,
all the politicians are men. All the senators, all the
presidents,
governors who write fucking laws are men. You have men who want to literally regulate and dictate how a woman uses her body. They want to regulate a woman's body. Birth control. Did you know that in some states a woman can't get on birth control without her husband's consent? Could
Alabama.
you imagine? Could you imagine if that was the same way for men? Like, oh, imagine if a man was like, "I want to get a vasectomy." Oh well, I'm sorry, sir. You need your wife's signature. Do you know how crazy it is? So when we talk about it's not equal.
You need your wife's signature.
It's not equal. Men have the advantage because men's bodies are not regulated like that by laws, by whole laws.
Well, Maya, you got to remind when it came to that law specifically. Like I studied laws. I was in Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia, where you need to consent in order to be able to have that done. Like Keith, aka Keisha, aka Keith, is a Bible belt, Bible thumper. Like when it comes to that aspect, she takes the Bible literally. Like
No, I think
absolutely,
it's a
literally to
man.
the
Like this has to be
That's
a
the
man.
common sense
This
right
has to be a
there.
man because it's like literally if a woman wants birth control, like for example, in a lot of states, if a woman wants to get her tubes tied, and we're not even talking about abortion, right? We're talking about birth control, period. We haven't even gotten to abortion. But birth control, if a woman wants to get her tubes tied, she can't do it without getting her husband's signature. But men, if they want to go to vasectomy, oh no, they don't need a woman.
Wait, is this true? Where's this?
Yes,
This is in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Like complex. I study the laws. Like
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
and so
I'll tell it how it is. Like my political, everybody knows my political stance, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie and act like the shit is towards men because Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Wisconsin has it where you need the man's approval in order to be able to get that done, and that pretty much shows that a lot of the times people don't understand the law when it comes to because with this Keisha person pretty much say the laws is against men. There's actually laws that's actually favor men when it comes to relationships because the tube ties thing is actually where the man got to sign off with the doctor not just a signature. He got to actually come in and actually verify with the doctor to keep it going.
I can't hear her.
Can't hear her.
Me neither.
Shorty's just going on.
Let me text her.
Can't hear her. We can't hear you,
Sorry.
Maya. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I was just saying, like, this patriarchal system definitely disadvantages women because all it tries to do is control a woman's body. Like, if you control a woman's body, you control the means of reproduction, you control population, you control everything. So it's like
women have their power.
What did you say?
I said women have the power still. Like they're just trying to control it so they can gain power over the woman's body. But women at the end of the day have their own free will and their own choice, so they can negotiate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And especially if a woman is able to travel to states where that's not an issue.
Right.
But I mean, we're just talking about America, which is way more progressive than a lot of most countries in this world,
Way
right?
more progressive
So
compared to that
it's like,
shit.
could you imagine what it would be like trying to have anything done like that, like in a lot
Nigeria.
of developing
Oh
countries?
no.
So it's like,
everybody else's.
I mean, so when we talk about how we live in a patriarchal world, and then you have people defending men, it's like, why would you defend the group of people who have the most power anyway? That makes no sense. And you want to talk about men want fairness, like it's already the odds are already stacked in their favor. Like,
right.
so
It's already
this is
unbalanced.
what I don't understand. Like, people like this, like women, if this really is a woman, I feel sorry for her because she really doesn't understand her value. She doesn't understand how the odds are literally stacked against her in most contexts in the world.
Because
Like,
man,
most
like,
places, women do not control their own bodies.
because man, like, as long as a dude have a condom and strap up every time, 9 times out of 10, he's pretty much all to the good. He don't have to worry about.
So here's the
feminine
thing.
left and
It's
right.
like Keisha's like, the world has been patriarchal since Jesus. So why are you trying to defend men, Keisha? Why? If the world is in their favor and if the odds are stacked in their favor, why do you feel
Maya, this is a religious thing. Maya, this is a religious thing. This
why
is
do you
not.
feel the need to defend men? Why I don't get it.
It's a religious thing. It's a religious thing, Maya. When it's religion, don't try to rationalize with it. The only thing you got to do is just say, okay, this is your beliefs, but my beliefs and your standards, you need to keep it
so
up.
you don't believe that men are superior to women. Okay, I got it.
Because the Bible, because I'm
Gotcha.
Jewish, but I read the Bible as well. I don't necessarily take it literally, but I read both the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, and they all have that same underlying overlapping thing where the man is patriarchal. So when the man says something, the woman must bow down regardless, not in the ground, no questions asked. Don't question. It's the man. So you must follow the man's path.
So I see what you're saying, Jonathan. She says she's defending the Bible. This is the thing about defending the Bible. So if you defend that rhetoric, like, you're also defending your own subjugation as a woman.
She's not defending the Bible. She's defending the thoughts that they gave her. She's not defending the Bible.
Well, you know, the Bible have a lot of contradictories, and this is
blasphemy.
Because you know the Bible be having a lot of contradictories. So we need a new blueprint, man. We need a new playbook because the Bibles was good for thousands of years ago, but right now we're in a modern age where everything is rapidly moving and changing. It's still relevant. It's still relevant. Like, I'm Jewish. Like, you're not gonna get no complaints of me when it comes to God. But when she's talking about
the Bible is gonna remain true, that's the only reason it's been ruling for the past 2,000 years. But it's like, don't blame your own lack of understanding and your own lack of not breaking the thoughts that they give you on signing the contracts that they made you sign, the mental contracts that they made you sign. Just because you signed them because you were dumb enough doesn't mean that you have to blame it on the Bible or Jesus.
like, Keisha, I have rules and morals. Like, my rules and morals is not to steal, kill, destroy, and mess with underage people. That's my rules and morals. Like, I'm Jewish, Keisha, so I don't understand why you're trying to act like I'm an atheist or try to pose or spin us like we're just some unfaithful people.
Don't even believe that always claim and attack people and say that you don't believe it. when
I just don't understand why, like, and this is goes for all like marginalized groups of people. It's just like if you're a woman and you know you live in a world that oppresses women, why would you support that? Like, why? It's like okay, it's
same
like
reason it's been going on for the past however many years it's been going
it's like it's I mean it don't make no it just doesn't make any sense. It's like okay,
women hate each other for some reason. I think that's why.
it's like they've
There's
been
a lot of
programmed to
Show
do.
the next comment. Show the next comment. The next comment is funny. The
and
next
women
comment is funny.
bash each other.
Hold on.
The next comment is funny because I never said the Bible
Where
was
did you
dumb. I just
go?
said inconsistencies. She'll be back. She'll
I
be back.
I think she's having technical issues. There's always technical issues when you're about to when there's
The only thing
information.
that women hate more, the only thing that women hate more than men is other
It's
women.
other women.
The women.
Not
Yeah,
me. Not me.
I
I'm
know, I know. But that's
sorry.
why I fuck with you. You're the only woman
Luna.
I fuck with. Every
Luna.
other woman is like a hater. Like I don't know what's wrong with them.
Luna, no.
Well, a
Luna,
lot
no,
of
I
women are
ride.
not women's women. Like you heard of the quote of a man's man.
Like they're just so
A lot of
greedy.
women are
Like
not a woman's woman. A lot of women are not a woman's woman.
That's true.
A lot of women
they're
are not a
not,
woman's
and the
woman
men
because
aren't
there
being
could be a
men
man's
because the
man.
women aren't teaching them shit.
Like there could be a man's man, but a lot of women's not going to be a woman's woman. Where if a woman is struggling or a woman is being abused, a woman is going to say, "Well, take it." I've heard aspects like that from my grandmother telling my aunt that the
They're
dude
fake.
is pretty much your only option.
They're fake, man.
It's on
Most
some
people
dysfunctional shit.
don't understand the concept of loyalty.
I mean, I just feel like people should. Here's the okay. When you oppress a group of people, and this goes for women, this goes for Black people, this goes for whatever group, like because there's always different groups of oppressed people in different contexts, right? One of the best ways to oppress a group of people is to make them identify with the interests of their oppressors, so they do and act and say things that are against their own interests. And
Stockholm syndrome.
a lot of oppressed people act against their own interests.
Stockholm syndrome. Don't block Keisha. Don't block Keisha. Let Keisha speak
I mean,
though.
I already blocked her. I don't know.
Well, well, it is what it is. Because we do need some type of not some type of what, some type of dialogue. Because it does make, it does make some entertaining shit. Like I've been
Yeah.
vodka, so this Keisha Keith dude, woman, dude, lady is on some entertaining shit. Because for one thing, I never heard of a woman pretty much defend dudes like this. That's why I'm thinking this is a dude.
No, I think it's like one of it,
Like
like she's being like a victim and
it's
not
not
taking
being
responsibility.
being a victim. It's
It's
more
like you supporting your oppressor. It's
cheerleader.
like
Yeah,
have y'all heard of Stockholm syndrome, where like when somebody get kidnapped, they actually start to feel like
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
feelings of attachment to the person that kidnapped them. So maybe she got like Stockholm. I feel like a lot of Black people got Stockholm syndrome because they always like want to be like Black men with their obsession with
Yeah.
White women.
Hell, look at our politics. Our politics is so fucked up. So yes, we most Black people do have Stockholm syndrome. Most Black people do suffer from Stockholm syndrome, where they could be kicking their ass and they'll
Yeah.
slit your throat just to protect their oppressor or whoever that's subjugating them. They'll slit your throat.
Even so, y'all watched the Boondocks?
Yes.
So Uncle Ruckus has Stockholm syndrome for real, like,
Yeah.
and a lot of like people got that, and a lot of women have that too. That's why you have like I tell you like pick me's are the women who have Stockholm syndrome, like
Yeah.
straight up. Like Keisha is a pick me, and she got Stockholm
Yeah.
syndrome. Like
This
she's
is
like,
key.
oh yes, abuse me even more, abuse me, use me up.
Yeah, and then
Don't
she's like
acknowledge my value.
towards other women.
Man, this is key. Cause I'm a dude, and that's dude logic. I don't understand women logic, but I understand dude logic when I see it.
Okay, so Purple Lover says because that's a part of the programming, and absolutely. But y'all, listen, it's like 2 a.m. and I gotta go to bed because
Same here. Same
I
here.
got class in the morning.
This
Um,
was good though.
it was nice talking to you.
We
It's
should do
always
more.
good. So Luna, you gotta. So actually, Luna, Fighter and Real Deal, aka Jonathan, have been around for a while. Oops,
Okay.
sorry. So like, I mean, they're like OGs, but Luna, I've known Luna for a while.
I don't think we officially
In real
introduced our.
life.
I don't
So
Well,
think.
we need more platforms and panels like this. We need to
Yeah.
have some panels like this. 'Cause I have a flexible schedule. Due to the fact that I hired some employees, so I don't gotta be doing my business on a day to day
okay,
like that.
okay,
So
Jonathan, I see
it can
you.
be more flexible when it comes to this because we need more panels due to the fact that a lot of dudes is lost in the sauce and a lot of
Right,
females don't
and
even
they
know how to get
like
access to the dudes. Cause I tell women all the time, if you want to get that provider, man, take your ass to LinkedIn, DM all the managers, CEOs, have a good header, and pretty much just hit them with that game. A lot of dudes are gonna be like, "Oh shit," and verify you. Be like, "Oh, she real. She like me. She really like me."
Oh
That's
my
funny.
god.
She like me. And that's how a lot of females can get to the dudes that they want. If you're in Chicago, LA, Miami,
And
especially
then
Miami,
somebody screenshot that stuff and be like, "Ooh, look at this girl trying to come on to me on LinkedIn. This so unprofessional." Oh hell
she
no.
like me. She like me.
Oh hell no.
She really like me.
Anyway, Purple Lover says Harriet Tubman said, "Oh, mind by the way,
yeah.
I'm from Maryland. Harriet Tubman is from Maryland. Okay, can make that. Actually, what I wanted to, what I found out was really interesting. So I went to university. I got my bachelor's degree from a place in upstate New York, and we took a trip to Auburn,
Say the
New York.
university.
What you say?
I said you should say the university because
I did.
Just say it. Why not? Why not? Go.
It's
Say
a
it.
okay. I just say
Albany,
it's a
Syracuse.
it's an Ivy League school. But anyway,
yeah,
yeah,
that's a big deal, girl.
that's where Luna and I met. We met at a computer science conference actually.
Oh,
So
smart.
I'm
Smart.
getting I'm actually in a PhD program in computing, and Luna actually worked
Right.
for a huge tech company. Like Luna was a software engineer at a huge tech company. Um, but oh my gosh,
That's facts. But they never give credit where it's due because they don't really like
black women.
yeah, pussy and power. They don't like they don't like
Well,
women
I, c-
power.
I- can I say this? I actually do agree with y'all. Like they rather deal with black men than
That's true.
black women. Cause I remember I had a client where he said, "Oh man, I can't deal with them ratchets." I said, He a Mexican dude." I said, "What do you mean ratchets?" I said, "Oh, okay, but he a white Mexican, you see." So he pretty much say, "Well, we're pretty much men. It's a dude politics." Cause
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
So
stuff
I
is
mean,
dude politics.
I think that's a really good point, Jonathan. A lot of people don't realize, but like black men have plenty of privilege in these spaces because they're men, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We
like
can we can have a beer. We can have a beer and shit. Itchy
right,
bone kicking it,
we're not
watching
gonna
the game.
we're not gonna get into that conversation. But I just wanted to say, like, my journey in life, like, I was born and raised in Maryland and ended up in upstate New York for a long time. And like Harriet Tubman had the same trajectory. So I don't know. He's talking about Harriet Tubman. So anyway, I'm sorry. I just wanted to like say that.
We
But
need more panels like this, though.
huh?
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people don't want to admit they're slaves.
What you talking about, Luna?
Well, Mona, that's a lot of that's a lot of damn gold to say I'm a slave. Because if you admit into that, then you pretty much going to the lowest low. Because a lot of the
But
times people are brainwashed more than just slaves. They're just brainwashed. They got that programming. They take what TV is serious,
But
especially
you know what
women.
though? But you know what though? Like what they say about slaves, right? Like if you control a man's mind, you don't got to control his body. What is it? What
yeah,
is it? Like, if you enslave a man's body, but his mind is free, you gonna get out.
They'll
right,
break
You
out
gonna
all the
get out.
time.
But if you enslave a man's mind,
You condition his
he
kids.
don't need no shackles. He don't need no chains.
right.
He
And
don't
you'll
And
condition his kids.
out here acting like slaves without any shackles.
right.
A
But
lot
you can shackle somebody. But if they got a free mind, they getting out. It don't matter. They
right.
getting out. But if you enslave a person's mind, you don't even need shackles to keep them enslaved.
And then when you tell them they're enslaved, they get mad at you, and then it's like a win-win for the oppressors.
Well, you can convince a person that they're a slave with documents, photos, data, statistics, and they're going to look at you like you're against me. So it's hard to convince. Just know that you can't condition your kids like that. You got to tell your kids to look out for such, that, and the third, and don't take literally. Like if I have kids, I'm gonna tell them not to watch TV because with TV they're trying to condition you. You're less than off the gate. I'll try my hardest to make sure my kids don't. If they do look at TV, tell them that this is television. Don't take it serious because that's how I pretty much had a strong will. My mom pretty much said that don't trust TV because they'll enslave your ass if you take it literally.
Yeah,
So that's why I have a strong
It's all
will.
propaganda. It's all propaganda.
it is. It's all about attention, grabbing attention, and they do anything and say anything just to grab attention so they can manipulate it how they want to.
Good
Yeah.
night, y'all.
Good
Good night,
night.
y'all.
Guys, thanks everyone for coming through and commenting. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks,
Nice
Spider.
meeting everyone.
All right,
Bye.
all right,
Do
okay,
this more often. Okay. Bye.
bye.